Hi, welcome to Life Artists. I'm Barbara Joubert, and this is the place to embody your creativity. You're feeling like you can't focus, like you're driven to distraction? What if I told you it's not possible? You are 100% focused all the time. Want to find out what I mean? Check out this video. Hello, Life Artists. Welcome back to our weekly video training you to embody your creative experience. Now, today's topic is focus, and I believe that we are 100% brilliant when it comes to focusing. But that's not usually what we believe about ourselves, is it? Now, focus is a huge thing, so I've broken it into 3 parts, and I want to look at it as a physical experience. Focus is one of the hot topics of our time, and we seem to be getting busier and busier, and we tend to think less focused and more distracted. Yet much of the information on focus out there is geared towards strategies to stop distraction. Yet the question I'm asking is, does the effort to stop distraction truly teach us what focus is? I mean, how focus is experienced? How do I create it and maintain it? Now, I believe that when we are embodied and involved with our life, we naturally focus. And I think that the effort to shut out distraction is exactly what is driving us to distraction. Now, instead of following our interests, our pleasure, our excitement, and creating experiences that give us energy and joy and connection with life and each other, we instead are focused on keeping life out and each other out. It's as if engaging with life has become the ultimate distraction. Now, strategies for productivity and efficiency are indeed helpful and needed and effective. But in this 3-part video series, I wish to give you a different experience. Instead of practicing to keep out distraction, let's train to use the power of the body to create and practice states of natural focus in your physicality. Now, think about those moments when you've been in flow, that magical state. I mean, isn't it very little thought and very much experience? Now, I think so. Contrary to what you've been taught, that focus is hard to achieve, peak performance or flow states are natural to our body and not only possible to create, but to maintain and to repeat. Now, the primary thing is that you get embodied, and then that's super possible. Now, focus is expressed in the now. It's not busy with our past or our future, but with the present moment. And if you think about what you're most often distracted by, it's worries and self-doubts from the past, and worries and self-doubts about your future, right? But focus is a now thing. I mean, Eckhart Tolle has expressed this so beautifully in The Power of Now. And the great thing about that is that our body, our physicality, is constantly in the now, constantly present. So tuning into our physical experience connects us easily and powerfully with right now. Now, we could engage or we could exchange focus with presence, And what we're always looking for, like, being present, is actually to experience what's going on now. Where am I now? What is around me now? How do I feel now as a body? Now, I call it giving yourself a now update. And it's to really take a moment to tune into your physicality and to stop in your mind and relax the rush, the push, the effort, the worry. And to just, what am I doing right now? And to tune your attention back to your body and to your experience as a physicality. Okay? Remember, our bodies is the one that's doing our actions. It's the one moving, perceiving. It's the one actually implementing your experience. So if you're tuning into that experience, you're tuning into what you're doing and taking action towards. All of that is happening now. Okay? Now, when we approach focus from the body, we experience that focus is also a movement. Focus is best created and maintained then when we're in movement. This means not only in our physical movements, but also in the movement of our attention, meaning our ability to move between expanding out and checking our reality, as well as focusing on small details. Now, this is what we call perspective. And this movement is also a physical experience. It's called contraction and relaxation. It's narrowing and expanding our viewpoints. It's related to our in-breath and our out-breath. And it's very much related to flexibility. Now, flexibility really just means, can I control my muscles? Can I relax and allow them to move? If I'm getting all like tense in my focus, can I take a moment and shift back outwards and look out at reality to respond and say, I'm out in the world. Now, as we increasingly tend to narrow our movements and our focus, as we get smaller and smaller in our little gadgets, we are training, literally training, to focus into smaller and smaller perspectives. Now, I mean, we're moving less, and our attention starts to match this. Now, the less we go out and look out into reality, the more our movement and our attention becomes, this little box. And the more we truly start to feel nervous. Why? Because our body needs perspective. It needs to feel ourselves as a three-dimensional person. Now, when we are focusing very small like this, our perspective also becomes small. And if you really look at our situation and our reality right now, I mean, look at our reality. We're starting to not even be able to find common ground with each other. We're totally conflicted. And the issues that are important to us, are becoming more and more and more narrow. In our creativity, that also means I don't take new steps. I don't meet new challenges. And I don't look at new ways of seeing things, new possibilities, okay? Now, when we're creating, focus is a very important thing for our life. And the more we become narrow in that, the more we start to become seriously narrow in our possibilities of seeing another perspective. This creates anxiety. It creates depression, and it really, really doesn't allow us to make those leaps of innovation that we're trying. We are ultimately and fundamentally tuned into our environment. And from an evolutionary standpoint, our ability to focus has kept us alive. And that has allowed us to innovate and prosper. When we're stuck in zoomed in mode, physically narrowing our vision and fixating our head, then all of those millions of expressions surrounding us really become distraction. Essentially, life becomes a distraction. Now, when we are wide and expansive in our perception, our energy is not spent trying to keep life out, but it's engaged in interaction, connection, adapting to our surroundings. And then focus becomes about letting life in instead of keeping something out. When I'm well and safe and in the present moment, I can relax. And instead of contracting to keep life and others out, distractions out, we agree to let life in. This is natural focus. And remember, our bodies will not stay where it is threatened or in pain. So distractions are a way for our mind to get our body to move into a state where we can return back into that relaxed, open place. So check in. Does this moment feel good? Am I stressed? Am I getting stuck? And then tune back out. Now, let's do some physical training and make it all practical. Hi, welcome to this week's training. We are talking about focus, and in this training we're going to really work on focus as a whole body experience. Particularly, we're going to focus today on training our eyes and the area of our head and face, These are areas that we tend to get really controlled and held. And then we're going to do a concentration exercise, which is, to mess up our brains, which is involving 4 movements that are separate, and relaxing into that flow. So let's get started. I want you to just go ahead and take 5 big, full breaths. Bring your hands to the back of your head And when you breathe out, we're going to lower our elbows. Breathing out, breathe in. Now this is not pulling the head down. It's a very gentle stretch with the out breath. It's just letting your elbows be a bit heavier. Relax your arms. Now bring your hands to your chest. When you breathe in, you're going to breathe in and lower your head. Breathe out. Breathe in, lower. It's counterintuitive, but feel how deeply you can breathe when your head is down onto your chest. Breathe in. And now relax. And we're going to just take a deep breath in while we turn to the right. Relaxing out, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out, breathing in. And as full as you can towards one side with your breath. We're expanding our breathing while relaxing into the sensation of this movement, guys. Breathing in fully, 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 fully. Letting your shoulders relax. And now return your head to the middle. We're going to move our head and our eyes in a circle all around. That means really look up and really use your eyes to look. Let it move your head. Breathe in, breathe out. Look really far, far around it. Let it stretch you behind and up. And now go the other way. And really let your eyes go far and let it be the one that's rotating your head and allowing you to stretch. Breathe out, relax. Bring your head back to the middle. Now we're going to take our hand and we're going to point it in front of a bit above our eyes. We're going to look a bit further than the tip of our finger. Now we're going to keep our head stable and we're going to, in a very slow circle, follow this circle with our eyes. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Breathe and relax. Keep going. Now it's a stretch for our eyes, guys, so don't worry. Go the other way. It feels strange. Relax your neck. Relax your bellies and chest. Let it just stretch your eyes. Take a deep breath in while you're doing it. Relax. And now relax your arm, close your eyes. Move a little bit, relax. And now we do it with the left side. And up and just relax your neck, but follow this movement with your eyes. Follow your fingers with your eyes and breathe. Now, for most of us, training our eyes is an intense experience. So try and relax and breathe. We do so much of focusing from our eyes that this is stretching and expanding them in new ways. It will be strange. When you're finished, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Relax especially your neck. And now bounce gently. Breathe in and out. Try and let your face bounce, your eyes bounce, your neck bounce. Try not to hold anything, your pelvis or your knees. Let them move. And now relax, and we're going to do a concentration exercise that involves 4 movements. We're going to start with the first movement. And it's literally coming up onto your toes and landing onto your heels. Really letting yourself land. And the second movement is we're going to breathe as full as we can and breathe out as full as we can. Third movement is raising and lowering your arms. It's a third rhythm. And the fourth movement is you're opening and closing your eyes. And now relax. Oh, breathe. Let your body move. Ooh, it will move. If you relax, your body might make little movements. Let it. Now bring your hands to your face and just let them wash down your face, down the front of your chest, breathing out. Breathe in and let it wash down your face. We're trying to focus. All this area of our head and face gets so contracted. And relax, take a breath, let your head move a little bit, open your eyes, gently look around a little bit. And now just very softly, breathe in, breathe out. It's not about shoulder movements, it's about feeling relaxing down. Now just close your eyes, breathe, rest. Feel your eyes, your head, your shoulder area. Feel the space and the relaxation in the area. Breathe. And notice that when we're focusing really only from our heads, we make a lot of contraction from this area. As I'm speaking now, open your eyes and just feel how your eyes are. Feel they're more watery, more spacious. Breathe and allow focus to be really a full body experience. Feel how much wider and expansive you are. Feel how much more space around your head you can feel. This is full body focus. Now, stay tuned for the rest of this video where we're going to be talking about tips and questions to work on in the implementation, as well as our We Think, where we collectively rethink the subject of creative focus. So stay tuned. So how does that feel? Now, feel free to use this training whenever you wish to experience and train your focus as a physical experience. The key here is your ability to shift your attention from the conclusions we make back out, okay? Now, once you do that, you really get back into focus as a physical experience. Now, if you want to dive deeper into your practice, check out the implementation questions below and make sure while you're implementing to stay physical. And now I want to hear from you. Here at Life Artists, I call it doing a we think. Let's share with the tribe and let's collectively rethink this subject. So tell us, what do you tend to do? What strategies do you use to focus? And what is your experience of focus in regard to your creativity? And secondly, how did shifting your attention on your physical experience and creating states of energy, expansion, relaxation allow you to focus? And how did you feel after the training? And how do you plan to integrate this into your life? Get into the conversation by jumping over to Life Artists Community blog and join our creative community. Get involved, share your truth, and support our mutual creative growth. Now, if you love what I'm doing, please share this with others. Comment, contact me, sign up for my YouTube page, find me on your favorite social media channels, and absolutely, if you're serious about getting clear about your creative power, sign up for my newsletter and get exclusive content, access to much more frame training, and above all, for all the upcoming live Conscious Creator workshops. Thank you so much for joining me, and remember, you are the creator and your experience is truly in your hands.